and I would love to take you to go to Africa, but we just don't have time right now. So instead, I'm going to bring Africa to you. And I'm going to bring you two things. The first thing is me. The second thing is a story that comes from right here in Africa. This is a country in Africa called, say this name, Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe. Good. And this story is called The Girl on the Rock. And in this story, I could use a lot of your help. I need help with the animals and the shape of the animals, their horns over their heads, and the sound they make when they walk. And I need help with the sounds they make when they drink the water down at the river. And I need help with the song that the girl and the animals sing together. You'll hear all this in the story when it comes. You can help me then. All right, here comes the story. Once upon a time, there were some young children who went down to the river to play. Now, down at the river, there was a big pool. And in the middle of the pool was a big rock. And one of the girls said, I'm going to go and sit on that rock. And the other children said, no, you can't do that. That's the Dombarawashe. The Dombarawashe. That's the king's rock. You can't sit on the king's rock. I don't care, she said. I'm going to sit on it anyway. And what she did, she swam out into the water and she climbed up on the rock and she sat down. Well, very soon the other children said, well, we're tired of playing here now. We're going home. I'm not, she said. I like it up here on the rock. I'm staying. So she sat on the rock and the other children went back up the path, round the side of the hill where they lived, back to the village behind the hill. And the girl sat on the rock. Now, very soon the sun began to go down and the girl thought to herself, well, I think I'll go home too. But you know what happened? When she tried to get down, she couldn't. She couldn't get down. And she was really scared because she knew all the animals were coming down to drink. And all the lions that were in the country. So she was really scared. And sure enough, very soon, the first animal came down to drink. Now, the first animal, let me quickly move these out the way. The first animal was Rabbit. Now, Rabbit, his name in Africa, would you say this name? Tsuro. Tsuro. And Rabbit, this is how he moves. You put up your hands like this. These are his two paws. And he moves like this. And the sound he makes when he moves is this. Do this with me. Guada, 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 guada. And he came down to the side of the river and he leaned down to drink in the water. Make this drinking sound with me. And he looked up and he saw the girl sitting on the rock and he said, oh, who is that sitting on the king's rock? And the girl said, it's only me, she said. When I tried to get down, I couldn't. And then the girl and the rabbit, they sang this song together. Now your part is this. You sing kunyarunde, kunyarunde. Try that with me. Kunyarunde, kunyarunde. I sing kuri na kankanizwa, kunyarunde, kunyarunde. Kuri na kankanizwa, kunyarunde, kunyarunde. Guru chawi kunyarunde. Nemashaba wesi kunyarunde. Riri masango kunyarunde. Kuri na kankanizwa, kunyarunde, kunyarunde. Your part says, down by the river, down by the river. And she says, oh, I've made a dreadful mistake, dreadful mistake. All the animals are coming down to drink. And all the lions that are in the country. Down by the river, down by the river. That's the song, how it goes. And so Rabbit, he went and sat down on one side. Do this with me. Wada, 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 wada. He sat down on one side. Very soon, who should come down but the next animal? And the next animal is the buffalo. Now, the buffalo in Africa, he's a little bit different to the buffalo in America. You can see his horns come up on the side of his head like this. And he is called, would you say this name? Nyati. Nyati. And so now, put up your hands like the buffalo, or to the side of your head like this. And this is the sound he makes when he walks. Pipiti, 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 pipiti. And he leaned down to drink in the water. Make this sound with me. And he looked up and he saw the girl sitting on the rock. Who is that sitting on the king's rock? It's only me. When I tried to get down, I couldn't. And then the girl and Nyati, the buffalo, they sang this song together. Guri na kankaniswa, kunyarunde, kunyarunde, guri na kankaniswa, kunyarunde, kunyarunde, guruchawia, kunyarunde, namashiba wese, kunyarunde, ridini masangu, kunyarunde, guri na kankaniswa, kunyarunde, kunyarunde. Then Nyati, the buffalo, he went and sat down on one side. Put up your hands, do this with me. Pipiti, 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 pipiti. And he sat down on one side. Next, who should come down to drink but the great sable antelope? And his name is, say this name, Marapara. Marapara. And you can see how his horns are. They go reaching right back over his shoulders. So this time, put up your hands, reach them right back over your shoulders. And this is the sound he makes when he walks. Kakata, 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 kakata. And he leaned down to drink. Make this sound with me. And he looked up and he saw the girl sitting on the rock. Who is that sitting on the king's rock? It's only me. When I tried to get down, I couldn't. And then the girl and Marapara, the great sable antelope, they sang this song together. Guri na kankaniswa, kunyarunde, kunyarunde, guri na kankaniswa, kunyarunde, kunyarunde, guruchawia, kunyarunde, namashimba wese, kunyarunde, ridini masangu, kunyarunde, guri na kankaniswa, kunyarunde, kunyarunde. Then the great sable antelope, he went and sat down on one side. Do this with me, hands way back. Kakata, 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 kakata. He sat down on one side. Next, who should come down but elephant? And his name is, would you say this name, Nzao? Nzao. Good. Now this time we're going to use the elephant's trunk. So put your hand out, make a fist, but keep your thumb out. And swing your trunk very slowly backwards and forwards. And this is the sound that he makes when he walks. Sukutu, 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 sukutu. An elephant came down to the riverbank and he leaned his trunk way out into the water where it was nice and clean. He didn't like the muddy water near the edge. And he took himself a long drink. Make this long drink with me. And he was just about to pour it down his throat when he saw the girl. Who is that sitting on the king's rock? Kurina kankaniswa, kunyarunde, kunyarunde, kurina kankaniswa, kunyarunde, kunyarunde, guruchawia, kunyarunde, namashimba wese, kunyarunde, ridini masangu, kunyarunde, kurina kankaniswa, kunyarunde, kunyarunde. Then elephant, he went and sat down on one side. Do this with me. Sukutu, 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 sukutu. He sat down on one side. Last of all, who should come down? I bet you've guessed. But lion. And lion's name is, would you say this name? Shumba. Shumba. And this is how lion walks. Use your shoulders and really press your fists into the ground. And the sound he makes is this. Rapata, 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 rap. And he stopped on the riverbank and he saw the girl sitting on his rock. He said, Elephant, who is that sitting on my rock? And elephant said, bless me, lion, I don't know. She says she's made a dreadful mistake and she can't get down. Well, said lion, you fetch her down. Go on, lion, off you go, fetch her down. Oh, all right, said elephant. And he waded out into the water and he picked up the girl very carefully, lifted her high above the water and put her on the bank right beside Lion. And Lion said to the girl, now tell me, young lady, where do you come from? I know, said Lion, you've made a dreadful mistake, I know that. But tell me, where do you come from? Well, she said, please, she said, I come from the village behind the hill. Very well, said Lion, then we'll send you home. Now, Elephant, I want you to call two of my best friends. I want you to call, first of all, the hyena. Now, hyena looks a little bit like a dog, and when he walks, he's always panting. And sometimes he snarls like that. And the hyena's name is, say this name, Chiperi. Chiperi. And so Elephant called out, Chiperi! Geppetto! And Geppetto came running. Do this with me. And he snarled. And he said, Lion, yeah, Lion, yes, what can we do for you? What can I do for you?
And Lion said, hang on a second, Geppetto. I'm going to get Elephant to call my other friend, the Great Eagle.
Now his name is, say this name, Chupungu. Chupungu. Now this is a beautiful, beautiful bird. And as he's flying, you can do this with me. You can see he's just soaring through the countryside, gliding on the currents of air. And he heard Elephant calling out, Chupungu! Chupungu! And he heard the sound, and he came flying down, and he landed on the ground right next to the Lion, and he fluffed his feathers. You can do this with me. He fluffed his feathers. And he said, yes, Lion, what can we do for you?
And Lion said, Chupungu, I want you and I want Geppetto to take this girl back home to her father on the other side of that hill in the village back there.
And Geppetto, he said, yes, King, we'll do that. And Chupungu fluffed his feathers and he said, yes, we'll do that. And so Chupungu and Geppetto, they took the girl back round the side of the hill, back to the village. They found the house and they took her inside, and there was her father. And her father was so happy. He said to the two, what did he say? Oh no, I forgot the story right in the middle.
Lucky, I've got the book. I've got the book where I got this story, and it's called The Lion on the Path. And inside there's a whole lot of different stories. Let's see, The Girl on the Rock. The Girl on the Rock, page 39. Page 39. There we are. And the father said, thank you very much. And that is the end of that story.